Hi guys, it's Ayen. Welcome to my channel. Tune in for another video. I hope you guys are doing well and tune in from wherever you are. So guys, today I've decided to do something different for my channel. As you can see by the title, I'm going to be sharing with you the most embarrassing moments that I've had in Melbourne, Australia. So let's get started. What are we waiting for? So, the first embarrassing moment that I had was I ordered takeaway, wanted to sit down and have my lunch there, and they told me, sorry, you cannot eat takeaway here. I know, yeah, sounds crazy. So, this is how it happened. I was doing work placement, yeah, and then I had a 30 minutes break. So I'm like, okay, 30 minutes lunch break. So I'm like, okay, let me just go out. There's a certain restaurant that was close to the childcare center where I do my placement, like 2 minutes away. I'm like, okay, let me go to that restaurant and just get myself some lunch, and then I come back and eat my lunch here. So that was a plan, but it didn't go as planned. So I'm a bit sorry, guys. I'm just a bit nervous because I was so embarrassed in this situation. So I went there, I walked in, and I asked if I could, if there's takeaway, and the guy was like, "Sure, there's takeaway, but you have to book in first." So it's a hotel, of course. It's Sugar Gum Hotel, and then I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then the guy's like, the guy saw me in my uniform, the t-shirt uniform, so he thought I was a student coming out of school or something like that. So he's like, okay, you know what? Just come straight up here, look at the menu, and then order whatever you want. So I'm like, okay. Thought it was going to be easy. I looked at the menu and I ordered what I wanted. I think what I ordered at that time was the American burger and chips. I'm like, okay, I'll have that one. And the guy's like, okay, just sit down here and wait for it. So I'm like, cool. So I come and sit down, and the order took long. Like it took almost 20 to 25 minutes for them to give the order. So while I was sitting down, there was also some elderly couple, like they were sitting like 2 tables away from where I was sitting. They were eating their lunch. And I was like so furious looking at my time, and I'm like, oh my god, I only have 5 minutes left to eat. So the guy comes with my takeaway. I'm like, thank you. I grabbed the takeaway from him. I'm like, since I have 5 minutes left for my lunch break, let me just sit down here, have my lunch, and then I go back for my work placement. So I sit down, decided to take out my lunch. So I actually did take out the food from the bag, put it on the table, and the guy came back and was like, oh, sorry, you're not allowed to have your takeaway here. And I'm like, what? And then he's like, you're not allowed to have to eat takeaway here. I'm like, okay, cool, sorry, it's okay. And I just grabbed my lunch, and when I started packing, I saw like the elderly couple that I told you, they were sitting like 2 tables away. Like they were looking at me really weird. Like, and the way they looked at me made me feel embarrassed. It's like they just gave me that look. Like, that look, like what the hell was she thinking? That's the kind of look that they gave me. But the good thing, I wasn't like nervous, or I did not feel disappointed. I just grabbed my lunch. I'm like, cool, no problem, that's okay. And I just walk out. And when when I walked out of the restaurant, no one was looking. I just tapped my forehead. Oh my god, Ian, what were you thinking? Like, what were you thinking to sit down and eat takeaway? Like, I knew takeaway was takeaway, but in that situation, I only had 5 minutes to have my lunch. I'm like, you know what? Let me just sit down and have my lunch here. So that was the first situation I felt embarrassed, and it was recent. Like, it happened recently, so I was totally embarrassed with that. Now, the second incident that happened that made me embarrassed was self-service checkout. I did not know how to use self-service checkout. So I went to Woolworths. I don't know Woolworths. I'll call it Woolies because Woolworths is just too long. So yeah, I went to Woolworths, just to get some stuff, shopping. And when I came back, the line was long, like a lot of people waiting. I'm like, and the self-service was like not a lot of people there. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go to the self-service checkout and do my checkout. So I do not know how to use it, but I still decided to go there and check out. So I started by grabbing my items out of the bag and started to scan, because I saw people were just, scanning, and I could hear the beep, beep, beep noise while they're scanning. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be easy. So I just get the stuff out, I scan, and the thing isn't scanning, like it wasn't making the beep noise that it's supposed to do. So it wasn't scanning. I look around and I just grab the item, put it back in the bag, the same cart that I got the stuff out, put it back in there. I get another item out, try to scan, wasn't scanning. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this machine? I think there's a problem. So there was a lady standing at the self-service, and I call her, excuse me, can you come and help me? She's like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, this self-service machine isn't working. Like, trying to scan my items and my item isn't scanning. And she's like, okay, let me help you. So the lady grabs my stuff. Moreover, I was supposed to scan the barcode of the item, not just anyhow. Like, I was just scanning anyhow, but I was supposed to scan the barcode. So the lady goes and she scanned, my items, and it was easy. And she's like, you're gonna pay card or cash? And I'm like, card, but how do I pay? And the lady's like, just follow the prompt on the machine here where it says pay with card. I'm like, okay, thank you. And you know what? That lady was really helpful at the time. And I did feel embarrassed by that. So I checked out my items and went. So the third embarrassing moment that I had was, sorry, I had to take a note of all the embarrassing moments that I had, so I just have to look at it. The third one that I had was paying for a ticket to leave the car park. Where do I insert my $2 coin? Okay guys, this is another embarrassing moment that I had. So my friend and I, we went to iCare to return some items. Like at iCare there was this parking. I think we had to do the underground. There's underground and on top parking. I think we went for the underground parking, and we had to pay, I think, $2 for the parking, something like that. So we go to iCare, we return the items, and then we come back. Now time to leave the parking lot. My friend didn't pay for the ticket, so he just gives me the $2 coins, like, sorry, I forgot to pay for the parking, could you go and pay for it over there? So he actually shows me where to go and pay the $2 coin, and he gave me the ticket too. I'm like, okay, cool. Thought it was going to be another easy thing. So I insert the ticket into the machine, and then the machine gives me back the ticket, and then now I had to pay. So I had to pay the $2 coin. I'm like, where do I put my $2 coin on this machine? So I could see like the card one, the way you pay with the card. I could see it there, but I couldn't see where to insert the $2 coin. And the cars were moving, going. So it took me like 3 to 4 minutes just to find where to put in the $2 coin. So I looked up and down. I kept looking at the machine, and the good thing, there was a lady there, like, trafficking, like telling the cars to go and telling other cars to stop. So I called that lady, excuse me, can you come and help me? And she comes. I'm like, where do I insert the $2 coin? And she's like, oh, just pop it in here. I'm like, okay, it was that easy. So it was just right in front of my eyes, and I couldn't see it. Can you imagine? Like, I had these big eyes, but I could not see where to insert the $2 coin. That was also another embarrassing moment that I had. Guys, I hope you guys are not getting bored. The fourth embarrassing moment that I had was I followed a lady out of the shopping center because I thought she looked like someone that I knew. Okay, so I see this lady. I'm like, oh, that's Emma. That's Emma from class, from my online class. So I go walk out of the shopping center and I call her, Emma, Emma. And the lady just kept on walking. I'm like, excuse me. And then the lady stopped. And now, once she turned around, I'm like, oh, sorry. I thought you looked like someone that I knew. I'm sorry to bother you. And the lady's like, no, that's fine. And she walks off. But I was actually embarrassed by that time. Like, yeah, I don't even know what I was thinking. Thirdly, lastly but not least, yeah, I had a declined debit card at a checkout. So this one was also embarrassing, guys. So where do I start? I had, I think this happened last year, the beginning of last year before the lockdown. So I had $44 in my bank account, and then I told my friend, I'm like, you know what? Let me go to Aldi and get a few stuff. Um, from Aldi. He's like, okay. So we go to Aldi. I get the stuff, and then I come to the service checkout, and now it was time to check out. I'm like, okay, I got this. So I get out my debit card and I scan my card and credit card declined. So the woman was like, your debit card is, sorry, not credit card, debit card. The woman was like, your debit card is declined. I'm like, what? No, try again. And she tries again and she's like, sorry, it's declined. I'm like, what? So I was thinking, what the hell? Like, did a fraud happen to my debit card, or did someone debited my money out of my account, or what? Like, what the hell is going on? My friend was there. He's like, no, it's okay, I got it, and he pays for it. And then we go back, we leave. So I was so grateful that my friend was there to pay for the items. Otherwise, if he wasn't there to pay for it, and if it was just me, I could have just returned back all the items and walked out of Aldi without anything. That was really embarrassing. And then went back into the car and I'm like, Ayen, what the hell happened to your credit debit card? You know what? Let me check my bank account. So I log into my NAB banking and I see $42 were deducted, like taken out. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, oh my God, silly me. You know what I did the night before that? I actually shopped, not like shopping for you to get shop for items. I actually shopped for a service. So it was really stupid of me to do, but it happened. So let me explain what happened. So I was like looking to these modeling agencies, and then I signed up to this starsnow.com.au, like a platform where they look for models and all of that. And I signed up for I had to sign up for a plan, and when I looked at it, it was $7 a month. I'm like, okay. So I thought they were going to charge $7 a month, and I made the and I clicked on that, and on the side they also had a 6 months pay. So $7 times 6 times 7 times 6. Okay, so I check out, and I thought they took $7, but moreover they actually checked out the $6. Sorry, I'm stuttering because this was a while ago. So they actually took out the 6 months service fee, not for 1 month. And I thought they took out 1 month. I'm like, okay, cool, $7, and you know what? It's just a free trial. So yeah, I didn't check my bank account after that, which was really bad. Like after checking out, I should have checked my bank account, to see how much they took. So let's calculate this. So it was $7 a month times the 6 months, $42. So they deducted $42 in my bank account. And that was the most stupidest, can't pronounce that word. That was the most stupid thing that I did, to not check my bank account. So guys, if you want to go shopping or do anything, always remember to check your bank account because you might not know when your account is going to be -0 or negative something or zero, So that's it for today. I hope you guys liked this video. Sorry if I started because, I just, yeah, not really good at telling stories, but I thought that today that I'll share with you guys the most embarrassing moments that I've had in Melbourne, Australia. So guys, let me know if you also had like embarrassing moments in your life. Let me know in the comment section below. And if you like this video, click the like, share it if you want to share it, and subscribe to my channel like if you want to see more videos like this. So this is all I have for you today, guys. Ciao, bye.